most of us we are living in a shame and guilt. The reason for that is we always consider we are the only one who make a lot of mistakes. Okay. So most of us, we feel like, okay, I am the only loser that is available in the world. Okay. Rest of all are winners. That's not the case, as you know that, right? So we need to find out what are the mistakes, big or small, doesn't matter. What are the mistakes that you always blame yourself for? Okay. Write down a couple of mistakes in your notebook first. And after that, you do the forgiveness. But this time, instead of looking at the other person, you'll be looking at yourself in the mirror while closing your eyes. Clear so far? Okay. So instead of looking at others, look at yourself and give that love to yourself that, hey, it is okay. It is human to make those errors of judgment, the decision making, and so on and so forth. And I still love you the way you are. Okay. One of the most empowering statement is, I love myself the way I am. Okay. I love myself the way I am. Now, it doesn't mean that if you are fat, then you don't need to exercise. It doesn't mean that if you do not have the skill, then you don't need to probably upgrade yourself. It only means that daily you are not actually trying to criticize yourself. The more you criticize, the less you love yourself. The less you love yourself, the less you attract the love in the universe as well. So the question is, can I actually accept myself? So the idea is an acceptance, self-acceptance, self-love, and then self-growth. If these two are not there, self-growth doesn't happen because many of you are trying to impose something on yourself. Let's say I don't know the communication skill. I want to learn X, Y, Z, but you don't put that and do not accept that I need it. I need to grow. I need to accept that I do not have that. And for that, I need to do this. If that acceptance is not there, you will be always in the denial mode, or you'll be finding the reasons, excuses of denial, either way. Okay. So can you all write down what are the couple of mistakes that you might have done in your notebook as well? If you haven't brought the notebook, please bring the notebook and pen so that it is easier for you to jot down some of the pointers for your own self-reflect so that you guys can close your eyes, see yourself in the mirror, say some great kind words to yourself. Hey, X, hi, X, that is your name. Okay, so I'll say, hi, Rakesh. I understand that you made a mistake. I'm sorry if I have been not able to forgive you. I understand that we are human. We make the mistake. I forgive you completely and I love you. Okay. And that acceptance level needs to come from within. And some of you are having the grudges of your decisions as well. So you feel like, okay, the decision I made has actually brought my family to the X level or a poor level or this level or that level. Please understand that your decisions are circumstantial. Do we all agree with that? Yeah. Decisions are circumstantial. Now, very brave people actually make the decision by defying the circumstances. You have to become that brave, but you still need to understand that there are limitations to which you can actually make the decisions as well. Okay. So if your family feels that because of you, the things have gone down to a certain level, please understand that decisions are circumstantial. So let's say some of you have taken the debt and then our debt is now probably weighing very high on your family. Or some of you have taken certain loan, which actually turn out to be the real problem in your life and so on and so forth. So all this are circumstantial. In the moment of a situation, that decision was right. Okay. Because your awareness at that moment was only this much. If your awareness was a foresight, then you would have probably taken a different step. But in that moment, the awareness was this much. And for that moment, the decision was right. That is where the acceptance needs to come. Okay. So are we ready with that? For whatever reasons that you had. Okay. And that happens when you have a loss which you felt it happened because of you. Okay. Many of us have that understanding that the loss happened because of us. Do you have any power in this world to do or cause anything? Yes, no. Do you have any power that you can actually cause anything? let's say somebody's death or somebody's life got ruined and so on and so forth. Yeah. So the answer to that is no. Okay, none of us. Okay, what power we have is to do something which can make a difference. Right. But it doesn't mean that we are a part of a design that works. Okay, and you are just a means in that design. You are just an instrument. You are just taking part in that design, right? And unless and until you do not accept that bigger fact, you will always be blaming yourself for something which has happened around you. So the earthquake happened, okay, or the terrorist strike the tourist. So is it in your control anyway? I mean, do you want to blame yourself for that? Or PM Modi became the third time PM. Do you want to blame yourself for that? You can't, right? So you need to ask yourself that what is in your control. When you forgive yourself, you have to ask yourself what was in my control and I did it. Okay. And that was a circumstantial decision. Now I want to just forgive myself and accept that decision because that was the only thing in my control. Can you increase your span of control? The answer is yes. Okay. But that's a futuristic view. When you look at the hindsight, you will always say, I would have done this, I would have done that, and so on and so forth. Correct? Ifs and buts are only look good when you look at retrospective. Making sense? But a life doesn't work in the retrospective way that you can change something in the button and then probably come back and your life will be different. So that doesn't happen, right? So we need to first understand that what was in your control that you want to forgive for yourself. And what was not in your control, you just let it go. Okay? You don't allow yourself to be blamed for the things which were not in your control at that. Okay?